One of the things I was thinking about is how much do you hate the fact that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey are engaged?
I don't hate it at all.
It just fills you up with anger, doesn't it?
No, I'd rather, and I love love and good for them. I like the NFL. I like Travis Kelce. I'm a fan of Taylor Swift, so it doesn't matter to me.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
I don't have a favorite Taylor Swift song, but my wife is a huge Taylor Swift fan, and like my daughters love it as well. And anytime it is on, it just brings joy into my household, and so that's why I like Taylor Swift.
Easily. It's We Are Never, Ever, Ever Getting Back. That's my shit, man. That's my shit. But we have bigger and better things to talk about. Bigger than Taylor Swift's engagement to Travis Kelsey, a team that's going to lose in the AFC Championship game this year.
Probably, but they're still going to be there. So,
Probably. I don't know. I think the Bills got it.
oh, I think I think so too. But we'll see.
Bills. I'm thinking maybe also the Ravens, but let's go ahead and kick today's episode off. What's really good, Posters? Welcome to another episode of Love, War, Challenges. I am MTV Malik. He is Tyler Lowder. What's really good? In today's episode, Olivia offers up a sacrifice, Ben can't kick for shit, and Derrick displays some big D energy. But first, the rookies are riding high off of dispatching Johnny Bananas, aka the challenge, and the power vacuum or power vacancy has appeared. With Bananas being out, who should be the new targets for the UK Alliance, or the rookies, or naturally should it be each other?
I mean, it's hard because remember what I said is like, or a couple of weeks ago, I said, hey, you want to kind of, if you're a rookie, you want to get out the big threats. And then Olivia and Theo kind of latched themselves to these rookies. And then I was like, well, if worst comes to worst, that's who's going to be sacrificed next. And if you're looking at the best players in the game right now, the most dangerous players, Olivia is in that group. Now, if you just want to get rid of any male or female, I mean, I'd be looking to target somebody that I think is destructive and that who doesn't have control. And if they don't have full control, they're going to panic. So somebody like Ashley is who I'd be targeting if I was the rookies, just because you can get her panicking, you can get her off her game quickly. And then for the male side, I'd be going after Derrick, both Derricks, Chavez and Kay, because they're both heavily kind of protected. And so if you can get one of them out, those protections they have could serve you down the line.
That might be easier said than done. Derek Chavez has been increasing his elimination ratio a lot. And I don't think anybody really wants to see Derek K in elimination the way he's been performing. I think naturally one of those sides is going to have to really align with the vets, or the vets actually are the ones who's probably going to be in a little bit more danger. With Bananas being out, there's no real clear leader, and it doesn't seem that they really have the numbers. It's going to be a real tough uphill climb for them. But moving on, for the first time I can remember, Cara Maria on her own accord has voluntarily left the game, leaving her partner Leo to ride solo. I know Cara isn't our favorite challenger this season, but is she going to be missed season-wise, and are you going to miss her personally?
No, not at all. Like, I think Cara is actually not great for the show when we have like this like new threat and new era type of introduction, because she's not as combative. She's not as, we're the old guard, you're not, because she comes from being an underdog. Granted, all the political stuff aside and everything.
She came in on one of these seasons.
Exactly. But she came in and then was out early and then instantly was at the bottom of everybody's list, everything competitively. We want to see you in elimination. We want to see you in a final. And so she's been in those positions. And so she has a lot of empathy for new players. And that there means that she's not good for this season, because what you want from the vets is you want them saying, you can't have the keys to the castle. You can sleep outside. You don't get to be in my house yet. And Cara is more so of that, no, it's okay. Yeah, new challenges are great because then it grows the show, which is great, but that's not what this season needs. It needs a Johnny Bananas that's like going to be laughing when you're freaking out because he's making out with a girl that you once kissed and now you're loving, dreaming over. I saw Bananas talking to, and I want to quick tangent to Bananas real quick. from what you said earlier. He was talking to Zach earlier on his podcast this past week, and he kind of talks about, he's like, all these people get so mad of me saying like, I'm the challenge and I'm this. Stop making me the focus of the show. If you don't give me attention, I'll throw a fit and I'll be upset, but you're giving me all the attention I need. You're helping me make this show. And so those are just a couple things there. Now, I'm going to go quick, a little more tangent. The problem with when we get these new rookie seasons is that they get stuck on this. We're rookies. They're vets. Let's stay together. However, there's no like fluid gameplay. It's just this side versus that side. And if your side gets whittled down and you don't have contingency plans, you're going to be gone. You're never going to return to the challenge, and you're not going to be memorable enough for us to want you back.
For me, it's easily going to be no and no. She hasn't done anything this season. She has, I think, like 0 points. She hasn't been in any real drama or any real confrontation. And we mentioned this several times. And personally, also, no, she's not really making an impact. I don't think she's really going to be missed that much. And back to what you said about bananas, during the season, attention is currency. Attention is going to get you back. And nobody knows how to grab onto attention like Johnny Bananas. Leo is left to ride by himself with Carver's departure, but it doesn't last too long. TJ brings in 2-time Challenge All-Stars champion Johnny Mannion as a replacement. In your opinion, is Johnny joining the season going to be a game changer or not?
I mean, it's weird. Yes, because she's a really good competitor, and not just a really good competitor like the way Cara is, kind of the opposite, where she's better in the social game, like versus Cara. Like, so she can kind of weave in these relationships, and she doesn't come across, even though she's a 2-time champion and she's been to, multiple finals, she doesn't come across as like maybe as intimidating as like Cara does on like approachability and wanting to work. It's almost like, I mean, they kind of make fun of her in the first, like, as soon as she's in the house. Oh, let's all laugh at her because she doesn't know where to go in this place she's never been before. What are you talking about? Like, I don't understand why that was a whole joke. I don't know why we did the whole thing with like Makayla's confessionals. It was kind of lame on MTV to just like make fun of her for not knowing where stuff is. The whole point of when they first get there on that first episode, they're running through the house and they're zigzagging and weaving. They don't know where anything's at, but it's kind of a game changer because she already has all these relationships. She's starting at the bottom. It might actually help her. I got 0 points, guys. I came late. Why do you want to throw me in? Throw in these people that got points, which I think we're slowly going to start getting to that. When you see somebody has like 12 points and you've got like 3 or like whatever. But now when you see somebody like Makayla's got 29 points and, Leo has 3, he's going to start looking at something like that and be like, these points might matter. I need to get them out. So she's in a good spot that way. And she has people that like her all throughout the house.
Johnny 100% is a game changer. 2-time champion. She's coming in to kick ass. She's going to be involved in drama. And she knows how to handle herself more than anybody else. She's going to be a game changer. It's definitely going to change up the dynamics in the house because the vets also get somebody who's going to be strongly on their side and aligned with them. It's one more number for them. Yeah. Now, before we get...
I was going to say, I already know where you're going. We get our, annually, hey, the challenge season's here. We have to have a movie revolve around our entire episode. And we have him. Really intriguing. Tell me what your thoughts are when they're kind of showing you this. If you haven't seen the commercial before in the preview about this movie and this integrating the concept into the challenge.
I absolutely love it. It's definitely a taste of more old school challenge. I don't think you have to do it every single time, but once in a while it's good. I do want to see this movie, even though I wasn't a huge fan of Jordan Peele's latest movies. I didn't like They at all. I thought Nope was pretty okay. So it makes me more excited to see the movie because I'm a huge Marlon Wayans, not a huge Marlon Wayans fan, but I like Marlon Wayans. And, I think I do want to see the movie more. Does this promo make you want to see the movie more or less?
I mean, I already kind of want to see it just because, of the concept that it has, when we're talking about like, what are you willing to sacrifice to get everything you've ever wanted type thing is where this is. And it's, I think it's hard for people to probably understand these movies because like if you're not into like elevated horror, it is a harder thing to kind of grasp.
Wait. What is elevated horror? Because I'm not
It's like
really into horror.
so I mean like if you think about horror movies from before 2010, anywhere from like the 90s 80s, it's like what is it? It's there is a thing that is scary, a person, an object, an animal, and we need to avoid it. Avoid the predator, it's going to kill you. Avoid Ghostface, it's going to kill you. Avoid Jaws, it's going to kill you. Just stay on land. But then when you have these elevated horrors, it's like emotional and mental horror as well. So like the recent movie Weapons that came out. I'm not
I haven't seen it yet. I have it on my list. I want to see it so bad. It looks great.
So essentially the horror theme behind it is like communal grieving off of what tragedy is happening. How do you deal with grief? That's, you're struggling internally and mentally. So when you talk about something like him, the elevated horror in it is this mental push of like, you have to give everything you have, even if it kills you, just to get where you want to be. And that includes making sacrifices that are emotional challenges to you. And so it's just like, elevated horror is on a level that anybody can kind of relate to. Like, I'm not going to see Michael Myers when I walk out my office. Like, I'm not going to, it doesn't, it's not really, that's not that scary. But am I going to run into a difficult decision where I have to choose between my personal life and my professional life that could better me financially, but could hinder a relationship I have like with a friend? So that's kind of like the elevatedness, but it takes it to like the level.
Even higher level.
Oh,
all
yeah.
right. So moving on to today's daily. Today's daily is called Dirt Baller. There's 3 posts buried 5 feet deep. You got to dig up the posts, carry them 500 meters, and you have to build a field goal and kick a field goal. This was a doozy of a challenge. One, it went very, very long.
Very long.
Super long.
Even the people that did the best was like 90 minutes. Like,
yes. It took up a lot of the show too. But I think there was a lot of great moments. I really enjoyed this daily, and include teamwork, stamina, accuracy. I thought they did a really good well of displaying that during the daily. I thought it was a lot of fun, and the kind of goofy ending. So I thought there was a lot of great moments. What was your take on today's daily?
I think it's a good daily overall. Poor John A, this is what you're coming into.
Right.
I mean, we've had some dailies where it's like you need to swim for about 3 minutes and then you stand and solve a puzzle, and which nothing against those. That's still exhausting and everything. But this, I mean, we're not even halfway through the season. This isn't even a mini final type thing, but it was probably just as exhausting as a mini final. What I loved is that you see all these different elements of people, and we see a new younger generation. Somebody like Izzy doesn't even know how to work a shovel, and then you see CT, who I don't know why we haven't made this connection, is pretty much Thor in Avengers Endgame, and he's just still
just
still
yank
strong.
the whole thing out.
Like, just get out of my way, I got it. And I really like all the different elements to it. I like how at the very end, somebody was struggling, and first of all, why do you let Ben kick 16 times? 16, you kick twice and it doesn't even get close. Get out of my way. I posted
on Twitter that I was just like, why is Olivia still letting him like suffer for this long? Go in there and give it a try. And then she gets it on the first try. Yeah.
Well, and then you have the whole blunder of Derrick and D where they leave their ball. And it's a mental thing.
Said, don't forget your ball.
What's crazy too is that we'll sit times and we'll see people and they're kind of like just kind of relaxed and sitting because they've been working for over 2 hours and they're tired. And I'm just like, what are you doing? You can sit and relax at home back when you get back to the house, when you're on the bus. Like, you're at a daily. You do not stop moving. You do not stop digging, even if you have blisters, even if you are tired, even if you've been working for a long time, because otherwise you're going to go home. And if it was not for Derrick and Dee leaving that ball back there, Olivia and Ben are already in anyways. And it doesn't change the whole episode at all. Nothing changes, which is kind of cool that no matter what happened at these final two, no matter how dramatic it looked, and they both kicked at the same time.
They did a great job of making it look dramatic too.
I mean, they kicked it at the exact same time.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. But Jake and Makayla gets the win. This is Makayla's second win in a row.
and her third top 2 placement in a row. And she's also all 5. She has placed top 8 and got points.
Why do you think Makayla doesn't have as much power as she has? I actually think Makayla would be really effective as the leader of kind of this vet alliance.
Because she doesn't have that longevity enough yet. So she doesn't get looked at as like a vet. I mean, like she's done what? Like, didn't she do both Challenge USAs?
I believe
Did
so.
she do them both? I'm not sure. I know she did 2, but it's like she came in as a rookie and on like an invasion type show, you know, and of 37, I think, Spies, Lies, and Allies. And it was really rookie heavy too, and didn't really get to showcase. And then it just seems like she is a veteran, but she's like
may
Theo,
not be
like,
in with the vets.
Yeah, like Theo, Olivia, like they don't seem like vets as much as like Nani, Aneesa, Leroy.
Olivia has been playing like a seasoned vet. She has been such a joy to watch this season.
Yeah.
So they're going in. Olivia, not Olivia, Ben. Derrick and what's his partner name?
D.
Derrick and D. They come in last. Derrick decides, if I'm going to go in, I want to take out somebody pretty big. He states he wants Jeremy or Will. And, you know, as soon as Will overhears this, he is super confident. But I absolutely love this move by Derrick. If I'm going to go in, I'm going to try to at least make an impact. He doesn't even know what it's going to look like. I thought that was, you know, I think a lot of people were just like, oh, what the hell are you thinking trying to go after these 2 beasts? And Derrick actually also seems confident. So what do you make of Derrick's calling his shot, trying to take out the big dogs on the Rookie Alliance?
This is a recorded television show. This is reality TV. Whatever you say will be carried on for years and years. I would rather be the guy that foolishly wants to go against the top dog and loses than be like, you know what? Give me Ben. It's easy. I have bigger size. I'm stronger. I'm faster. I will beat him. And then you get upset. So I would rather be on the other side of that. I would forever. I wouldn't be, but you know, I don't think anybody should ever take anybody lightly. And I think you should aim big. And I think the main goal too is that he was going for people that really could hinder him in the game later on. But I mean, if you go in and you beat a Jeremy in an elimination, people might back off of you for a little bit. I mean, look at what it did for Gabe demolishing Johnny Bananas. Everybody's like, yeah, I don't want to see Gabe in elimination. Like, we didn't even talk about that earlier too, where like Leroy's doing his Leroy thing and they're like eating breakfast, whatever. He's like, so you want to be friends again? Like,
that is such a Leroy thing to do. And it's also one of those things that makes him, you know, really, really likable.
I think there's a difference in going after somebody that's like a strong player and like somebody that is like overly experienced. Like, because calling out Jeremy and Will is not the same as calling out CT and like Derrick K.
Right. They're having a great season, but they haven't been tested in elimination yet.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely don't hate the move. And I definitely, that's the right time to make the move. Now, Gabe, a little bit off. I mean, I'm sure Bananas would have loved to pick someone else, but that one just wasn't aligned for him. At the club night, Ashley, Jeremy's partner, you know, at first I was thinking like, oh man, you know, this is Hurricane Ashley coming out. Wasn't really the same. It's like, you know, not even a tropical storm, Ashley. It's just, you know, it's going to suck right into work, Ashley. But she was really, really worried about becoming a hangnail. Ashley isn't a huge target at this time, even though she's also not wildly protected. Do you think it was rational for her to feel some kind of way about when Derrick told her that Jeremy might have to go in and she's going to be the hangnail? I thought she shouldn't have been as worried as she was.
I think she should have understood, like, okay, we get rid of a rookie, like we'd get rid of a rookie number, which would help our vet numbers. I might be a hangnail, but I believe I have people protecting me because not every hangnails went in. Right now it's 1-1. Like one hangnails went directly in, one hangnail was not voted in. And so, I mean, it's hard not to think you're coming after me. If you're coming after my partner, you're coming after me. It is so crazy that like the way the show is built up, that you have a different partner every daily, but you can be punished for that partner having a bad performance in elimination, even though they wouldn't be your partner right after that elimination anyways. It is interesting, but
it's a fault. These partners from jump should have been competing together. But speaking of competing together, or maybe against each other, very, very interesting tactic taken by Olivia. She's out there during a powwow after club night and says, like, yeah, if my partner was put in, I wouldn't be tripping about it at all. You know, she tries to backtrack a little bit in the morning, but everybody's just like, well, if she's voted in, it sounds like she won't be tripping. So, and Ben is not a bad performer. He's been doing great socially, and he's a little bit more sized up with Derrick. What do you make of what I think is a bonehead decision by Olivia to pretty much sacrifice her partner Ben for who the fuck knows what? She's so protected, she's going to tuck herself into being unprotected.
So her words did get used against her. Because 100%. The way 100%, when I was sitting there looking at it and everybody's like freaking out about it, even Theo didn't even catch on. Where he's like, I don't like threatening people. And she's like, I'm not threatening people. It's like, you're drunk. Stop. Anyways. But the whole concept was, if I was selected, I'm not going to go around throwing a fit. That's just how the game is played. Like, I'm not. Yeah. And so people instantly, it's crazy though, because we hear this all the time from vets. They go, you give everybody one reason, they don't need another. They already got one. Everybody has that one.
Any reason would do. Absolutely.
Yeah, so
just, you know, I said before, I've been loving Olivia this season. She's been playing like a seasoned vet, but this was not a seasoned vet move. Never give a opening to yourself or your partner that could affect you negatively. But we get to the nominations. And God, you know, I've been talking about this for so long. The thing I love that mad dash, all of that politicking, and I love spicy eliminations. I mean, spicy nominations, because you get everybody in the room and shit comes ahead. This one was as spicy as it could be. So many great moments. So many votes didn't go the way they were supposed to. There were 2 ties. It ended up coming down to a coin flip and a revote. What was your favorite moment from this circus of a nomination?
Let's talk about, first of all, Gabe being an idiot. I'll just vote for myself. And then instantly everybody's like, well, then you're not saving blah, blah, blah. Like, you didn't help either side. I'm on an island. Yourself. I don't have a team. Okay, well, here's a chance to vote for somebody to show that you're on their team.
He was just recruited by Jeremy. Why would you not jump on his train?
Maybe he doesn't want to work with Jeremy. Maybe he is playing a good game and we don't know it. And he's like, well, I really don't want to work with Jeremy. If he goes in, he goes in. He might see him strong too.
That's gonna be a problem for them both.
Jeremy seems like, he seems like a Jordan. He seems like a Wes. He seems like an Emmanuel, like where we could talk about. And I know when I say like Emmanuel adding to that list, people aren't. But these guys that if you get them in a final, they're going to be able to adapt and they're probably going to do really well. Like that's how it is. Like Emmanuel won his first final he went to. That's why I brought him up. And he should be on the season, to be honest. This would be a perfect season for him as a champion, only like 3 seasons in. But anyways, Jeremy just looks like a guy you don't want to see in a final. I mean, granted, I don't know how well he can eat. I don't know how well he can swim, compared to everybody else, but he can run for days. He's not going to get gassed. He's strong.
He did really well in the swimming challenge. One of the funniest things is Olivia, Makayla and Jake, they're the winners. They saved Leo and Jonna because it's a safe save. Olivia calls out the hypocrisy. They're like,
what the hell?
Why do you get to kind of burn this save? It was a problem when I did it. You know why it's a problem why you did it. You're in an alliance and it wasn't really out and about, as you put it. Gabe put himself in was absolutely idiotic. But Aneesa burns her vote on Justin and Nani. And this pisses off Nani and Aviv and Ashley. And I love the fact that they called her on it. What do you make of everybody's reaction to Aneesa pretty much showing that she's going to align with Team UK?
It is a preservation move way too early before you even need to do it. Like, this is there's already a majority that is saying, let's just vote in Olivia and Ben because she's okay to go in. Ben would probably lose to Derrick. Like, let's just do that. Voting in that way should not. It's such a hard thing because her and Ashley are trying to build this relationship back up. Obviously, like stuff that was said on All Stars and their relationship in the past, they just kind of aren't there. And they're clearly trying to build it back. I mean, it's a tough situation to be in.
It is.
It is, especially if she's better friends with like Derrick. Derrick wanted Jeremy, and if she's better friends with Olivia. So I mean, she's showing her cards, but she got forced to show her cards. It's hard to be mad at her for it, unless you're on like Ashley's side, Nany's side. That's the only reason you'd be mad at Aneesa.
100%. Also during this nomination, Theo decides to call out challenge vets who has played 10 plus seasons and still doesn't have a win. Man, Nany took that very personally. Who do you think do you think he was talking about Nany specifically in that moment?
Kind of like Nany, Leroy. I mean, Nany essentially turned and was like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" Like that's like essentially was like.
I love that part of Nany, really do.
I should just call people out. Okay, before we get into this, I want to go on a side tangent and come right back.
All right.
They did this, I think, like last episode, and they've done it a couple of times where these vets have like said something and they're like, you don't want to bring out that side of me. And then it shows like Ashley at club night from like, season 28 or whatever, Rivals 3. And it's like, I think they should do more of that with the vets. It's like a nostalgia feel.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Like it's like right there. Nani should have been like, she should have had a confessional where she's like, if you're going to talk shit about me, I'm going to come right back at you. And then just show a clip from the past of her just going at somebody. Like keep doing that.
Love that. It doesn't take up time. It ties the past seasons to this season. Nothing's wrong with that.
It helps newer viewers connect to these vets. Like, why should I care about them? And you're like, oh, you see this? And it's like, okay, yep. But I mean, it's just a weird comment to say these things, especially when neither of the targets going in were vets at all. Like, it was two rookie guys. And why are you giving your speech?
Yeah,
why are
100%.
you giving your speech?
Theo probably could have just shut the fuck up a little bit.
And it's just Nany and Leroy, but there's also Aneesa's right there too. Like she has never won, but and Theo's done like 5 or 6 seasons and he's never won. So it's like, careful, man. Sir. Careful, dude.
Yeah, 2-3 years, you're going to be there if you don't bang out one. I do think Theo is one of those guys who is destined for a win more sooner than later, though. I'll give him that. Now, also in this nomination, it came down to 2 ties and then a coin flip. Love it or hate it.
I hate the coin flip. Why are we letting fate dictate something? This is a game where you constantly, when people mess up, they had a tie. People need to like show their cards, and you either, granted they didn't vote, but you let the winners be the deciding vote. They did not vote. So who were you voting for? Let's show your cards.
I am 100% with you. There should have been a tiebreaker, and it should have been the winners. But I also would have been okay if they brought Derrick down and said, hey, go pick your poison.
I thought about that, but also...
But even better, bring Derrick down and say, you can also pick anybody from the jury. You can pick anybody but the winners. Who do you want?
Yeah. Well, what's really... So, it's weird because while I think I would like the aspect of like Derrick just coming down and choosing somebody, what I don't like is the fact that you lost. You shouldn't have any power. That's just me. Now the winners should.
But it might be exciting.
It would be exciting. Well, what they could do is they could pull a page from Survivor. So let's do a little Survivor lore for it. Let's teach you and everything on this. When they go to tribal council, if there's a tie vote, and then the next time they go, you only can vote for those 2. If there's still a tie vote, then what'll happen is the 2 people that are up for the tie will be safe, and everybody else is eligible to get eliminated via a random rock draw. Now, how the challenge could incorporate this is if you tie twice and you're still not decided, that's when you have the loser come down and you go, hey, you can pick anybody you want to go against besides the winners or the 2 people that were voted in because these people couldn't decide. And then you punish the people that couldn't make a decision because you have a choice. You can make a decision or not, and you chose not to. And then we'd get this whole interesting dynamic of, okay, well, everybody wanted to vote on Olivia and Ben because she kind of volunteered and Ben's not the strongest, but he wants Jeremy, who's his third option. And then we get that dramatic addition and everything. So, and I'm not saying I could make the challenge better, but Ben and Murray, we're always here. So.
Right. Now, we get to the elimination, and this elimination is very exciting for me because I really loved it when we first seen it on Free Agents. It's a variation of Hall Brawl. It was called Oppenheimer. Now, in today's episode, they call it Him Collider. Basically the same thing as Oppenheimer, but they gave him a football, which I also think is actually okay. Do you feel like this version of Hall Brawl is safer than the classic version?
It's not that it's safer, but like we're not gonna have like Kyle, breaking his finger contact with Fessy. What it does is it makes it more about the hit versus, okay, you're 50-50. Can you pull them in a direction? Because now you have to hold on to this ball. Because, I mean, you really could see somebody probably, if they did this again, I would not be surprised if one of these like meathead, rookies, if they, try and pull their jersey with one ball in the hand and then the ball comes loose and that's why they lose type thing. I like the objective of you really can't pull. You have to be just strong. And man, yes, did Derrick deliver a hit.
He did. This came down to Derrick and Ben because Ben ended up getting voted in. I really, really loved it. Also, this is when I first realized that Ben is really undersized. I didn't really put two and two together, but when he was standing next to Derrick, I'm like, oh yeah, this might work.
I think Derrick might be a little taller than we think. Like Derrick must be like 6'2", 6'3". That's what it looked like compared to Ben. Or Ben is like 5'8".
I had the pleasure of meeting Derrick. He is bigger than he appears on TV, but I wouldn't put him in the big guy category.
I just meant like tall, because like what, you're like 6'3", aren't you? 6'4"?
I'm 6 feet.
Oh, 6'1"
when it's raining.
Oh, you're 6'1". Oh, I don't know. Why did I think you were?
No, okay. I'm 6 feet, but when it rains, I grow a little bit to 6 feet.
Yeah. So how is Derrick height wise to you?
A little bit shorter.
A little bit shorter. So he's probably about
maybe 5'10"ish.
So Ben must be 5'8".
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, because it doesn't look that way. It did not look like he was that short.
Hey, it's TV and it's the angles. I thought this was really exciting to watch. I thought they did a great job. Derrick walks away with the win, and pretty convincingly too. It wasn't even close. Round one wasn't really a lot of impact. They kind of blew past each other, but Derrick had a bit more speed when it came to Ben. But round two, it got really gritty. Derrick trucks Ben, but Ben is a lot more scrappier than he looked. But when it was all said and done, Derrick dusts him. Ben falls. It was really great. And it was also really, really fast, too. I mean, you got a daily that took several hours. And this whole thing, I mean, granted, this production and suiting them up and all this stuff, but when it came down to direct action, we're probably talking 2-3 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I thought it was very simple. Hey, here goes the ball, run through each other and put it in the hole. What was your take on today's elimination?
I mean, Hall Brawls are always exciting. Oppenheimer is always exciting. Especially when you get, because I think when people hear Hall Brawl or like these like super physical eliminations, they want like, I want the dogs in there. Like, I want these big guys that are just going to hit each other. And then you see Oppenheimer and you're like, oh, it's Derrick and Ben. Oh, that's not who I wanted in Hall Brawl. Like, give them something else. But Derrick's so much stronger than we think. And I think we just, luckily he kind of reminded us on All-Stars 4 of like, I have a track background. I can run. Well, that means he's got lower body strength. And what most people probably don't understand is they think if you're big up top, you're good. In a Hall Brawl or Oppenheimer, it's like, no, that lower body, because you're going to have so much more power in that first hit. And Derrick delivers a hit. I think in round 2, he really delivered a hit. And it's like, I mean, that's why you like Oppenheimer. That's why you like Hall Brawl. We have those in all the time. Somebody just gets smacked in the face and it's like, damn, holy cow, I did not know that was going to happen. It wasn't as good as like Tori and Jenny, but, still pretty good. And I think I have to go back and look at this. I don't have this in my memory, but I think almost every Oppenheimer has been a 2-0 match. I don't think a single Oppenheimer has been close.
Oh, you got to check that out. But Derrick convincingly walks away with the win. Let me ask you, how does this change the power rankings? I know Ben going home isn't going to be a huge mover, but Derrick has got to go up pretty significantly, even though he performed bad in the daily.
So Derrick is just outside the top 5, 100% outside the top 5. And it is because of that daily performance. I mean, they made a huge blunder and he was there because he made a rookie mistake and he should not be making these mistakes. But also they couldn't dig. They couldn't do that. I mean, there were other people that were like slow. they just had a bad, I don't know. Everything was bad about the performance. And so Derrick, he's finished third and then he's finished seventh and then he got an elimination win. So he's only got 10 points. So he's just out my top 10 or top 5. He's probably like 6, 7. Dang it. I got a lot of high school kids that I coach and I hear that all the time and I try my best not to say it. Anyways, power rankings kind of shifted a lot. It might not make a lot of sense, but we're going to let things unfold. So let's just start at number 5. Right. After just missing Derrick's there. Number 5 is Will. Will has slowly been performing better and better. Will seems like somebody that maybe you don't want to go in against. He seems to have a lot of friends in the house. He's in a really good spot, and he's at 24 points here. He has finished top 6 or better in every single daily. Consistency is key here. Next at 4, I have CT, who performed really well. Surprise, surprise. It's a guy's day. He didn't know. But again, it's a guy's day. He performed well. And I think that if he was better conditioned, like if this was CT like a decade ago, he probably gets first place. But I'm sure the other people got down there faster than him and stuff like that. But also, he was the first one that wasn't like, I'm the guy. I'm taking the kick. He was like, nah, you got it. I'll hold it for you. Like,
he's such a great partner.
He is a great partner. And I think a lot of people see that. And a lot of people like, he's not getting picked last anymore. Like he was first because people looked at his size, but now he's like early or mid.
Who do you think is a better partner, CT or Jordan? I think Jordan has more like spottiness in the past, but I would say lately he's been a great partner.
So it's they're both great partners. Here's the thing. But when you get to like, if you are not on that, you stand out, we look at you and you could be a winner of this season type of level and you're below that, Jordan hits a breaking point where he will treat you as if you are still a top dog. Like and you have to just like try and make up for it. So it's like, if you like being kind of pushed that way, he's the best partner. But if you don't like being yelled at and you can't be pushed, which there's 2 different types of people, CT is a better partner. It just depends on who you are internally, because they will both give you what you need. They'll support you. They'll push you. They'll do everything for you. Overall, I'd rather be partnered with CT just because I know, like, if I fucked up, he probably is going to be a little more like, it's all right. Whereas if I fuck it with Jordan, Jordan's going to be like, dude, what are you even doing here? Like, what do you mean you didn't learn how to juggle before you got here? Like,
I agree with you 100%. Because by episode 4, I would try to fucking headbutt Jordan to death. He would have pissed me off and talked to me crazy. Who do you got in your top 3?
So Olivia falls to 3. I didn't make a big stumble. Here's why, though, initially, even though they had a really bad daily. I mean, we're talking her very first one where she doesn't place top 4 or better. She's now the hangnail. Ben was kind of a number for her. Ben's gone. So, and it's a female day. She's kind of vulnerable.
Her partners are going to feel some kind of way in the future about, being her partner and fighting for her, because we see what you did to your last rookie partner.
But in saying that, Bananas is gone. If you're ever going to be the hangnail, it's when your number one arch nemesis or for this season at least, is gone. They're not going to target you next time. And right in this episode, we literally had Gabe freaking out about who to vote for and not knowing what to do. Aneesa brought attention to herself by picking sides and voting. And as much as these vets want to be their vet status, some of these female vets, like Nani and Ashley, they will lose track of their overall game to get back at somebody that just did them wrong. Aneesa. And so I think she's fine. She's at 26 points. She's in a good spot. I think she has a lot of people protecting her. I honestly think that she will not get voted in next week unless it goes up again. It has to be like her versus somebody that everybody really likes, that the 2 winners put up in there.
Very possible.
Yeah.
For the last 2?
Oh, number 2 is Turbo. Turbo has consistently been performing really well. Turbo, this guy he's playing like this is War of the Worlds 1. Where we know he's a good competitor. He's kind of funny. He has good confessionals, but he's not in any drama. And he's a good partner. He's no drama though, because War of the Worlds 2, Well, yeah, but War of the Worlds 2 and Double Agents was just chaos. And it was just like, who do you think you are? Like, do you know who I am? Like, that type of guy. Versus before, it was like, I'm going to let them talk. And then I'm going to slap them later, whatever. You know, like,
It's nice to see that he's learning the game a little bit and learning the dynamics.
yeah. And just knowing when not to talk. It's crazy. Even on All Stars, Nani was flipping out at him. Like, we're here this season and nobody cares. And it's kind of cool. And then number one is Makayla. So
yes, she's been killing it. The easy number. I just wanted to make sure you was going to put her at number one, because anything else would, 100%. And I even mentioned it earlier. She should definitely have more power. I think Turbo also has a genuine love for Nani. I think they have a genuine connection, and he has a lot of love for her. But such a great episode, great daily, great elimination. That's going to do it for us. Once again, I am MTV Malik. He is Tyler Lowder. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at LWC Podcast. I'm at Malik_MTV. He's at Lord Lowder. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Love War Challenges, and listen to Love War Challenges podcast on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast app. Once again, I am MTV Malik. He is Tyler Lowder. This is Love War Challenges. Peace.